Greetings, Congregation Rainbow Warriors. It's John the Preacher. I know how badly you all have missed me this summer. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry I left you with nothing but rerun sermons. But I've been busy on the campaign trail, stumping for the Lord. But I'm back here with you today to formally accept the nomination of the Holy People's Theocratic Party to be your next president of the United States, God's chosen country. And we will make America holy again. You know, I was born in poverty-stricken rural Appalachia in the state of Pennsylvania. And when I was young, we moved around a lot. When I was 5 years old, we moved to the state of Michigan, and before you knew it, it was time to move again, this time to the state of Wisconsin. Then when it was time for me to start middle school, we decided to load up the family wagon and try our luck out west in the great state of Arizona, until finally we settled in Georgia. And it was in Georgia I started selling Hoover vacuums door to door in 1973, Anno Domini, year of our Lord. That's when, just like Peter was called on the banks of the Sea of Galilee and he was told, put down those fishing nets and follow me, you're going to be a fisher of men. The Lord told me it's time to stop selling those vacuums and it's time to start selling salvation. You're going to be a vacuumer of men. Right then and there, I wound up those fabric-covered cords and took those 6 demo Hoovers and packed them up and dropped them off at the regional sales center in Greensboro. And that's when my ministry began. I'll never forget the first soul I saved. It was a dead dog on the side of the road. He'd been hit by a car, and the whole family was standing around crying and screaming, and I saw a band of demons coming right for him. The family couldn't see the demons, only I could. Only John the Preacher can see the demons now. But I told those demons, shoo! And I guided that St. Bernard soul right up to heaven. And that's what they based the Disney documentary, All Dogs Go to Heaven, on. It was that event. In Hollywood, they like to use all the experiences of John the Preacher in their Hollywood stories. That's one of the many reasons why, if you elect me president, you will see this nation prosper. Spiritually, economically, and most of all, militarily. Through the cleansing fire of war, we will maintain our dominance and demonstrate our moral superiority. And that is why it's a perfect time to remind you of God's new heavenly fiving arrangement. And if you need a refresher on fiving, I'll leave a link for the video in the description below. As you know, you're only required to give 5% of your income to John the Preacher to attain salvation. But since this is a battle for America, you can go ahead and donate that 5% directly to my campaign at the link below. And friends, if you'll give me just a minute of your time, I'd like to show you how we are working to change lives through the miraculous practice of fiving. Hi, I'm Tim, and I used to be a Mormon elder, giving 10% of my income to the Church of Latter-day Saints. And I lived in this dump back here. But a few months ago, I quit that and started fiving with John the Preacher. And now, I live in this beautiful mansion. Yeah, hi, this is Tony, and I used to give 10% of my income to the Church of Satan. And I lived in this nasty, rat-infested parking lot behind me. But a couple of months ago, I started fiving with John the Preacher, and now I live in this beautiful park. After I started giving 5% to John the Preacher, I walked into the living room and I turned on the television and I saw, there it was, The Little Mermaid. Disney's Little Mermaid. And it was the story of John the Preacher and his underwater submarine missions. And it showed his submarine battles. And it was then that I knew it was a miracle. What a blessing. Friends, don't forget to like this video, share it with others, and subscribe to this channel. And before we close in prayer, please join me in opening our Angelic Harmony songbooks to page 1844 as we raise our voices in praise and sing The Riches of the Righteous.
John the Preacher's way we live, and to his